That is why today it is very hard for us to say life can just go on, life can be normal. No. So I gave you 3 beautiful songs. The first song I gave you was from Deborah Fraser saying Abanye Bayombona. Abanye Bayombona. And I gave you another song from Sfiso Mwane, Kulungile Baba. And the last song I gave you was from Deborah Fraser also saying Hamba We Satana. Guys, my heart is torn apart. I'm not even sure that I will be able to do this thing, but let me try to do this. Kalobu. So today we are going to talk about how to build self-esteem, a guide to realize your hidden power. That is what we are going to talk about today. Self-esteem. How do you build your self-esteem in Jungle Muntu? So I would like to welcome you again on KLFM. It is me, your boy Karcho, on your most exciting show, Karcho in the afternoon. And you know, here we learn, we listen to good music, and we improve the standards of our lives. So today we are going to talk about how to build self-esteem. So as an individual, as a person, you need to have good and high self-esteem, because self-esteem is a driving force behind our confidence and how we see and feel about ourselves. It encompasses our sense of self-value. So we need to build self-esteem. As I was saying, that self-esteem is a driving force behind our confidence and how we see and feel about ourselves. It encompasses our sense of value, significance, and self-worth. That's why learning how to build the self-esteem is essential to personal growth and happiness. Research has shown that over 80% of people struggle with varying levels of low self-esteem. Yet having a solid sense of self-esteem has the chance to positively impact and powerfully transform every area of your life. So having a solid Kalobu self-esteem has a chance to positively impact and powerfully transform every area of your life, from relationships to careers, from health to well-being, to your fulfillment and the level of success. So if your self-esteem is solid enough, it is that strong, Kalobu, it gives you chance to positively and powerfully transform every aspect of your life. Kunje, even if that what you're doing right now, you're not even sure about doing it, but if you have that high self-esteem, you don't need to be in doubt, because you know that everything you do leads, Kalobu, to that transformation and change in Bilonyako positively. A deep feeling of self-esteem is something that needs to grow and be nurtured over time. In this show, we are going to talk about things you can do right now to learn how to improve self-esteem. Then you will realize that you have a hidden potential and a hidden self-worth. You don't need anyone to tell you that you are beautiful. You don't need anyone to tell you that you can do something. You don't need anyone to tell you anything, because you yourself know it. You yourself definitely can do it. All you need to do is to build your self-esteem. So, what we're going to talk about today: what is self-esteem, causes of low self-esteem, and what happens when you lack self-esteem. For we are going to assess our self-esteem and how to build self-esteem, a step-by-step guide to building self-esteem. The bottom line and more on how to build self-esteem. So today we are going to end our show, just this episode, on getting to the root cause of this low self-esteem. And then we are going to begin with what is self-esteem. This is KLFM. Keep on following us on Instagram, on Facebook. I am Karcho SA on Instagram, and I am Karcho SA on YouTube and on Twitter. You can follow me. I am Karcho Gupta SA on Facebook, or you can follow the station on Konekabeng Entertainment, that is on Facebook. So I'm going to take a double play, hoping that you enjoy this track as we're going to continue the show after that. As I was saying, that we are going to look at what is self-esteem. So while the dictionary can define it as confidence on its own or on its word, or self-respect, put it simply, self-esteem is the overall sense or feeling about your own self-worth or self-value. That means if you yourself undervalue yourself, that is what you are going to get, because that is what you feel. So self-confidence, on the other hand, is more about how you feel about your abilities, and will vary from situation to situation. You can have great self-esteem, feeling good about a particular situation, or even, e.g., or public speaking, or maybe you've got great self-confidence in an area, a sport that you can play, but low on self-esteem overall, meaning that self-confidence comes through things, or by doing something. You can have much confidence that I have the ability to speak, I have the ability to sing, I have the ability to play soccer, cricket, or whatever you may be able to play. But this low on self-esteem, meaning that you are able to do that, but you're not able to engage with people, you're not able to engage in certain tasks done or performed by the group or by the team, meaning that you are able to do stuff, or you are able, but you don't have self-esteem. That's what I'm thinking about. So a strong and solid self-esteem comes from deep inside, you understand, from a belief in your importance, your value, and your worthiness. The good news is there are ways to improve your self-esteem, which we will look pants below. Causes of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem, we are going to look at that. So, low self-esteem can stem from many areas. It is largely influenced on or by how other people see or treat us and our relationships, which is why the influence of our parents has the most significant impact on our self-esteem. Here's how some of the most common causes of low esteem. That means you as a parent, when you have the power to either build or destroy the self-esteem of your child. Because as a parent, you play a huge role in building inganyako. So what I'm saying right now is that you need to work on your parenting skills. introspect yourself and say, am I doing the right thing as a parent? Because see, I can't be saying I'm a 2000 this, 2000s that, but we should look at ourselves as parents. We should look at ourselves as older siblings to those kids we're complaining about so much. Huh? How can a child galavant at night while a parent disapproves of that? While a parent says you cannot do that while you're living under my roof? Huh? That means that we as parents are not doing something right. We are not doing something right. So, an unhappy child, those who grew up with critical, abusive, or neglectful parents are more likely to face challenges with their own self-worth, while those who experience acceptance, approval, and affection are more likely to have a higher sense of self-value. As parents, we play a huge role, because an unhappy childhood can mean a lot as an adult. So what I'm going to say right now is that as a parent, learn to accept, learn to show affection to your kid. Approve. Show them that you appreciate what they're doing. Show them that you are in love what they do. If they're doing good things, if they're not doing good things, tell them I will not tolerate and accept it wrong in my house. Teach them values, Carlo. Values. Traumatic experience. I'm not here to talk about parenting. We'll talk about that. Traumatic experiences. Lower levels of self-esteem can also stem from bad experiences or traumatic events, such as being bullied or being in an emotionally abusive relationship. Essentially, it can stem from anything that has brought up feelings of shame, guilt, or worthlessness. So, an unhappy childhood, then a traumatic experience. Those lead to low self-esteem and negative self-talk. That is another point that leads to negative self-talk. Low self-esteem. Many cases of low self-esteem are perpetuated by negative self-talk. What is negative self-talk? Most don't realize, but as we go on our daily lives, we are subconsciously interpreting every situation that rises, both big or small. We have an internal voice inside our minds that shapes our perception about what we are experiencing. Some of our internal voice can be negative, unrealistic, self-defending, and self-depreciating. We can say we say things like, I'm gonna fail for sure, or I didn't do well, I'm hopeless, I'm useless. This could be a story that you have created for you long ago, that you continue to believe and it gets in the way of you learning how to build self-esteem as an individual. Maybe for you, like many others, low self-esteem is rooted in your feelings about your appearance or body language. It's not just about how you look. We are bombarded with messages from an early age about being fat, too thin, too short, too tall, or too much of anything, or not enough for some. So low self-esteem can be rooted from an early age, from the beginning. We're still growing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. those are factors that influence or that build low self-esteem. So we looked at an unhappy childhood, we came to traumatic experiences, and we ended up with negative self-talk. You can see an unhappy childhood is other people's maybe faults or whatever. Then traumatic experiences are things we go through in lives. And we go through things in life. You lose a parent, you lose a loved one, you get into an accident, they hijack you, things like that. But it ends up with you. It ends up with you. And negative self-talk. We in ourselves, the way we speak, we talk about that negative talk. You understand what I'm saying? It all ends up with you. We can get counseling for both experiences which are an unhappy childhood and traumatic experiences. But it ends with you. You can never say you're gonna get counseling for negative self-talk. That is impossible, Buffett. You can never say you want to get counseling for that. So it ends up with you. What happens when you lack self-esteem? What happens when you lack self-esteem? Low self-esteem can lead to significant physical and mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, eating disorder, and addiction. In fact, research shows that adolescents who suffered from low self-esteem grew up to have more physical and mental problems, higher rates of crime convictions, lower earnings, and challenges with long-term unemployment. On the flip side, a strong sense of self-esteem will help you experience greater health and well-being, better relationships, and higher levels of happiness, fulfillment, and success. One study even correlated higher levels of self-esteem with higher earning potential. So now we're going to assess our own self-esteem. Assessing your self-esteem. Individuals with low or compromised self-esteem can see themselves as inadequate, incompetent, or even unlovable. While they often know at a conscious level that these things are not true, they still feel that way deep within. That is what makes challenges with self-esteem. And it becomes tricky to have a higher self-esteem with those kind of feelings. It's often not about the reality of what is, but the perception of what someone feels. You know, those with low self-esteem may appear socially withdrawn or quiet, negative, insecure, indecisive, unhappy, or even angry. They are more likely to find themselves in unhappy relationships, have fear of failure, or worry about what others think. On the flip side, those with high self-esteem, we are assessing our own self-esteem. So I stated that those with low self-esteem, that level of self-esteem, the signs appear socially withdrawn, quiet, negative, insecure, indecisive, unhappy, or even angry. And they are more likely to find themselves in unhealthy relationships, have fear of failure, and worry about what others think. So in those kind of things that I say, the least of things I say, it's time for you to assess yourself. Assess yourself and think, see, do I fit there? Or do you fit in this flip side of those with high self-esteem? More often than not, again, feel a strong sense of self-worth and feelings of confidence and acceptance. They tend to find themselves in healthy relationships, which the bad ones take care of themselves and are more resilient when faced with setbacks, obstacles, and failure. In general, they tend to stand up more for what they believe in and are unafraid to speak what they feel, and are unafraid to speak their minds. Yes. So in those kind of things I said, the least of things I said, where do you fit, Jasekaya? Where do you fit? Do I fit in this kind of things that I said? That guy said, oh, am I lower than those? Or am I lower than the things? So, self-esteem can be measured on a scale of high to low. That's why we take low and high. We can never say middle self-esteem. It's low and high. While too little has its obvious downsides, you can also have too much of a good thing. Those with an overly strong sense of self-esteem may appear cocky, narcissist, and self-important. A good amount of self-esteem is required for staying motivated in your life's journey. So, finding balance of a strong self-esteem or sense of self-worth and humility is important as we go through life. So what I'm saying is, you can have a strong self-esteem, but you need to balance it with humility. You need to balance it with respect. You need to balance it with humbleness, so that the other don't become higher than the other. Because once your self-esteem now overpowers all those factors that I've mentioned, now it is not becoming self-esteem. It's being cocky. It is becoming so you need to balance with those things. Say what you feel, state your mind, but balance it with this. Yes. So, which is why the things that I've said, it is important to learn how to build your self-esteem in the right way. You build it. Okay, you feel like I'm back, you build it. Again. So how do we build self-esteem? As I said, in this model, we are going to look at a step. One step only in this model. You understand? So we are not going to go into much more detail on how we are going to build our self-esteem, as time is not on our side. So, how to build self-esteem? Let me get into it. A step-to-step guide. As we said, we're going to look at that. Self-esteem issues are generally found in the gap between which you are and who you think you should be. It is a gap. Those issues are, we call them a gap, in which we find of who you are and who you think you should be. So, paradoxically, most causes of low self-esteem are something that needs to come from inside out, not from outside in. You understand? You don't need to build your self-esteem from the outside world. Whether you so you need to build it from inside and you take it to your outside. Learning how to increase self-esteem is not an easy task at all. So I'm concluding, my friend. Learning how to build self-esteem is not an easy task at all. While I wish I could wave a magic hand for you, what I've learned is that building and nurturing your self-esteem takes time. However, it is a worthwhile investment. Once you've done the work, you'll reap the many rewards and benefits from what you sown for a long time. Now, we're going to look at some great strategies to your journey. We are going forward much. So, as I conclude, I'm going to look at getting to know the root, getting to the root cause. Silana pants. Yes. Identifying the real root cause or causes for your low self-esteem is one of the most important things you can do to build it back up. We named many reasons above. Maybe one of them in particular resonated with you. Perhaps your parents said you were never gonna be good enough, or that you wouldn't amount to anything. I always talk to people who share their stories, who share stories of their parents' behavior and their significant impact it had on their self-esteem. Whatever experiences you may have or may have had, and whatever the root issue might be for you, I strongly recommend you get someone to support you through the process to identify and deal with the root cause of this low self-esteem. Find a counselor, a therapist, a coach, or someone who is trained in helping uncover and address these traumas, past events, and the root issues. These folks have found tools, tactics, and strategies that are best for all, and that will help you experiment in a safe space. While you may be able to do a lot of work on your own, my experience is that if you do not address the root cause, that feeling will creep back in over time. You cannot run away from the truth, and you cannot bend aid over wounds. So you've got to get the source, which won't be easy, but if you want to learn how to build self-esteem, it needs to be done. So, let's say that we're going to continue the show today on those kind of points. So, I appreciate having you on this episode, and I hope that you have learned something towards building your self-esteem. So, guys, I'm gonna end this topic today here. Pausing. Let me not say end it, rather than pause it. Okay. So I want you to follow us on Instagram. I am Garjo SA. Twitter, I am Garjo SA. YouTube, Garjo SA. And then we have a new method of communication as well for our topics such as this one. It is called WordPress. You can say www.qualitycampaignentertainment.wordpress.com. Then you can see the things we're saying there. You can see our blog there. So we're going to conclude the topic here, but we're going to continue with it as time goes by. So I'm going to take two beautiful songs as we conclude the show. And I'm going to take a song because time is not on my side. Enjoy the rest of the day and do stay in touch with us. From me, your boy Kerchon. Afternoon, I say salute to Kunanongi for listening to me.